morning everyone and welcome to the 103rd, it's getting harder to say that, canned workouts. Today it's going to be legs and bottom beware. Right, so today, I'll quickly put on the main view. Good morning everyone, welcome to the canned workouts. I'm Richard. Hope everyone's feeling alright. Nice sunny day at the time of recording. What today we're going to need is mats down here outside the view. You can see I'll bring it in, bring it out. Water yourself, alternate, a step. I have actually just added an alternate for a chair for people who want to stand up and do it. I hope everyone's having fun today. Everything's changed again on YouTube, on Facebook, so I have no idea what people are saying because there's no chat. So sorry about that. Right, so let's get on quickly with the talk. Rheumatoid arthritis. Right, last time I did osteoarthritis and now it's rheumatoid arthritis. Strange enough, they are the same but they're not. Rheumatoid is rarer, it's not as common, and it's actually more dangerous. It does affect the joints, mainly in the extremities, fingers, wrists, elbows, but it can affect any joint in the body. Strange enough, because it's a systemic inflammation, chronic inflammation problem, it can affect anything in the body. Organs, eyeballs, brain, nostrils, tongue, you name it, it can affect it. So you can have osteoarthritis in certain places, which basically doesn't make sense. But it does actually normally exhibit itself in the extremities, mainly lower legs, lower arms. Right, so what is it? Well, it's your body's way of protecting itself. It thinks it's under attack, so what it does is it's either chemical or viral. No one's ever actually realised what rheumatoid arthritis is and what causes it. There are people making up ideas out there. I personally think it's something to do with the chemicals we've got in the world. It's getting more popular. It's when you went to school, if you had a chemistry set in a chemistry lab, you had to do it exactly how it showed it. If you put too much or too little of the chemicals in, the reaction changed. Sometimes it can become volatile, sometimes it just becomes benign and just doesn't do anything. The body's like that as well. It comes under attack. Strange enough, when I've been thinking about this, I've been reading all the stuff and gosh, it's very busy today with traffic. What I've been realising is that a lot of the things in the body nowadays, it's all about the body trying to protect itself. And inflammation is the way it tries to protect itself. Unfortunately, as with cancer, does it too much. And that's the problem. It thinks it's under so much of an attack that it's actually overreacting. So, painful joints, particularly after inactivity. Normally in the morning you can get up, you think, oh gosh, my fingers are killing me. That's because they've started seizing up. Because it attacks the joints, the ligaments, and it can, if the inflammation gets too much, it can destroy bone, ligaments, muscles, skin. You can become deformed, red, big, swollen joints. The more damage you have, the less manoeuvrability and less range of motion you will get back unless you go for a surgery option. But you can exercise on it. So one of the things people might be asking is, why am I wearing these? One, my wife made them for me. They are absolutely wonderful. But they're good for keeping my knuckles warm. So if I had rheumatoid arthritis, I'd like to keep things warmer because that helps with the inflammation, helps with the pain. So before exercise, wear something like this, keep yourself a little bit warmer. Leg warmers, wherever it hurts. Also, if you have a flare-up, do not exercise whatever, that body part. So if you've got it in your hands, do walking. Got it in your legs, do upper body. Don't have to stop it all together unless you've got it all over. Full range of motion, you need to start trying to get as much range of motion as possible. You need to stretch daily, preferably morning and night. Try and get things moving, warm up. So start moving your thumbs, your fingers or your extremities. You need to start doing that to try and get more range of motion in. Otherwise, things will seize up and you'll end up with lots of problems like claws, club feet, bent back, bent over like that. You might even have scoliosis of the spine. It's not good, but there are ways around it, and again, surgery should be the last option. Physiotherapy should be one of the first options you should go for. It's very, very good, especially the private sector. Right, well, I think that's over and done with. Anyone else got any questions? Even though I can't see the questions. I don't know why. Sorry, I cannot see anyone's comments at all, so I hope you can hear me. Right, so we're going to do some leg exercise. I had to write this quickly because unfortunately my tennis elbow is really acting up. I have got no grip strength in my left hand, so that's why we're doing leg exercises. Right, so let's start with warm-up. We're also going to do slightly different. If you notice there, it says 55 seconds for the exercise. Yes, we're going to do 55 seconds working, 15 seconds rest. Okay, so we're going to do it a little bit longer than normal. And if you notice down that side, go to one side, other side. That's because we're going to be doing one side, one exercise, then another exercise, then we're going to be turning over. It's a lot easier. Right. So, let's start warming up those legs. March on the spot. So if you've got rheumatoid arthritis, warming up, doing daily warm-ups like this. Nice and slowly, making it a little bit. Once you've got the warmth there, it's easy to use the joints. So let's go a bit higher now. My lights seem to have gone epileptic. They're all flashing like nobody's business. A little bit higher. Nice and slower, but higher. Feels odd not having the chart, and I keep looking down, it's not there at the moment. This is annoying, I'll have to check it out. Facebook, stop changing things. Right, what we're going to do now is just swing the leg from side to side. If you want to grab hold of something, you can do, like the chair. I'm just putting my foot down after each one, so I don't have to do too much balancing. It's just really starting to get that hip warmed up. And let's swap legs to the wobbly one. So you're just pointing to each side. That's it, doesn't matter if you get a bit of rotation in there. Three, 2, 1, and then we're going to go to bum kicks. So we're going to kick up, not kick off. Don't want any violence in my class. So has everyone had a good weekend? Hope so. You can see with my bum kicks, I'm not kicking out to the side, or you can actually kick across, but if you've got knee problems, it can cause extra pressure. I just prefer ordinary bum kicks, kicking the same buttock as the foot you're kicking up. Right, let's go knee up across the body. It's like having a happy sack, hacky sack, that's the one, not a happy sack. Happy sack is loads of sweets, isn't it? Brilliant. Right, we'll start marching again. So I will hopefully be able to explain all the exercises, standing up and lying down. Let's go wider. Well, I had a sudden, I had a sudden odd idea that I mean, wristbands on the wrong hands. Right, we're going to go 45 seconds to the exercise session. So right, keep watching on the spot whilst I explain the actual first exercise. It is actually quite an easy one. It's called wide, wide, narrow, narrow. So what we're going to do is just get our feet shoulder width apart, hips back into a squat position. And what we're going to do is we're going to go wide, wide, narrow, narrow, wide, wide, narrow, narrow, while staying down, keeping your hips back at all times. Okay, because you don't want to be going over your toes. So we've got 55 seconds, so it is actually going to be a little bit more intense on your joints. If you don't want to, stop at 40. I shouldn't really give you an out, I should just say do it. Right, are you ready? Let's go. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. So have you come here often? "55 seconds is a long time to do an exercise." Oh gosh, it's 10 seconds change. I've got to be really quick actually in my explanations. I might have to pause for the first time. I'm sure it's like when I set that up it was 15 seconds. Anyway, right. 20 seconds left. Are you alright? Feeling it in your hips yet? Remember to keep those hips back. You want to actually try and pull your hips forward when you get tired, because the other muscles are wanting to take over. Try and keep those hips back still. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Right, forward and reverse lunges. So we're going to go reverse lunge, forward lunge, reverse lunge, forward lunge. People with bad knees, if you find that problem, just do reverse lunge. So we'll go reverse lunge, forward lunge. So people with bad knees, just go back like that. I'm probably out of time with you now. Try to keep upright, looking forward, tummy tight. You can put your arms in, you can do. Change your feet, 3, 2, 1, and change. I think there's a 1 minute rest actually in this exercise. It is quite intense. If you're only doing 40 seconds, change sides after 20. Just watch the clock.
Change exercise.
Right, we're going to do squatted side steps. So we're going to get down, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to the side,
1. Exercise
3 or 4 steps, and then go back again. So a bit like the wide, wide, narrow, narrow, but this time we're doing traversing. So we're really working the side of your hips. Get those hips back. It's alright, we'll be lying down after this, at least. I'm going to pause it, and then I'll quickly go over the standing ones, so people understand that, and then I can just get down. It'd be easier on the timer. Not for me to actually set up the chapters, but you still staying down? Try and get down as far as you can. If you can get down further, all the better, but you end up slowing down. Three,
2, 1.
Right, I'm going to quickly pause it. Pause it, there we go. Right, so we've got abduction and adduction on the legs. So abduction is taking away, adduction is coming along. So if you're standing here, standing up, and you want to do it up, to adduct, to add to, so bring your foot up and cross the body. Try and go as far as you possibly can without twisting. Try and keep looking forward. When you abduct, you take away. Try and keep up nice and upright. You will want to bend over, forward to the side. Try and retard that by, if you want, slightly putting this chair to the side and just trying to keep upright at all times. Next one is rainbows. What you do is you stand at the chair, feet slightly back out. You get a slight bend in your hips, keep your tummy tight. Foot out to about 45-degree angle. What you're going to do is go foot up and across. So you bring it up. Try not to hyperextend your back, so you're not really arcing it. If it's uncomfortable, you're arcing, so just look down. Try and look down, try and get that foot up, and then you'll swap sides. And the last one is the alternating dog leg. So what you'll be doing is you'll be standing upright, like this way, yes, that's it. And what you'll be doing is just bringing your knee up as far as you can, almost like trying to touch your elbow. So it's really out to the side. If you have a problem with your knees, with your hips, bring it forward instead of just doing knee raises. Right, so for the people on the ground, right, what we're going to do is we've got the adduction. So the alternate one is using a step. I brought the small one out. We've done it a while, last week I think it was, or a week before. We're going to lie down on the floor. Top leg is going to be at a 90-degree angle. You can actually rest on your head like that, but sometimes it can actually cause a little bit of problems. I'm just looking at the timer. And you're going to bring your leg up. Okay? So we're doing that and really working the inside of your leg. So we'll start in 7 seconds. I hope you got all that. I hope you remembered it. You can write it all down.
2, 1.
And
Exercise
let's
4.
go. I try and keep my foot off the floor at all times. That really puts a little bit of extra pressure on. Try not to twist your hips. And when you bring your foot up, try not to roll backwards either, with your hips either, because you will actually start putting a little bit of pressure on that spine. I can't set the time whatsoever down here. I'll have to move it forward. I'll do it at the break. 22. That's it, get a nice little pulse. 12. 5.
3, 2,
1. This one's easy.
Change exercise.
Just lie down. I'm just going to lift our leg up and down. Up and down.
3,
That's all we're
2,
going to do.
1.
No changing.
Exercise 5.
A little bit like Jane Fonda's workout. I should actually wear some leg warmers. Try and get this up as high as you can without twisting that hip forward and backwards. If you have problems lying on the floor, on the hip which is down there, put a very thin cushion underneath or double up the mat. Don't put something too big under, otherwise what you'll do is you'll arc your back like that, sideways, and we don't want to do that. Are you feeling it yet? I'm feeling it actually just there. Nice on my hip. 15 seconds. What we're going to do after this, we're just going to spin round to the other side. So get your step ready if you're going to use your step. If you don't use your step,
3, 2,
don't need it.
1.
Right.
Change exercise.
So if you're going to do it without a step on this side, if you did it without a step, you're just going to put your leg there.
3,
Try and keep your
2,
hips nice and straight.
1.
Now I'm
Exercise
going to bring this
6.
step back in, and we're going to do the adduction. Do one of these where it feels quite nice and easy for some part of it, and then in a couple of days unfortunately you will feel it. If you do, stretch out the muscles that hurt or at least are painful just for 10 seconds and you should get some relief. I really cannot see the clock now because my camera's in the way. I think that's 15, I'm guessing now. Oh! I feel it in the thigh. This is my weak leg. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Change
Brilliant,
exercise.
right. We're going to go to abduction.
3,
Hang on, I said adduction
2,
then.
1.
Let's go.
Exercise
Leg up.
7.
Try and keep it nice and stable. Try not to let it wobble around too much. what I'll do is, if I remember, I'll try and put in the chapters an extra section where it's talking about the standing version of these exercises. So if you watch it again, you can always go back, try to have a quick look at those if you ever get confused. But that'll be once I've uploaded it. 12 seconds.
3, 2, 1. Change
Right.
exercise.
So they do rainbows. So on the floor, what they do is get up into quadruped
3,
style, hands
2,
underneath the shoulders,
1.
foot 45 degree angle, and
Exercise
a
eight.
paint a rainbow. So you should really feel it in that hip now. If you feel it really too much in the hip which you've just used, swap your legs. So you're going to really work in the hips and the glutes this one. Just be glad the last exercise isn't actually over each leg for 55 seconds. Remember, you'll need a bit of room here, probably a 6 foot square. Keep it working, try not to hyperextend the back. That's why I like to look down in between my hands, or looking at my clock.
3,
2,
2, 1.
1.
Change
I'm going to change
exercise.
exercise. I'm going to move a little bit over this way, otherwise I'll hit the counter. So you're going to try and get as far
2,
over as possible, try and get
1.
that leg as high as
Exercise
possible as
9.
well. The higher and further out you get, the more you're going to be working your glutes and your hips. Try and restrict any wiggle, don't want to wiggle your bottom whilst you're doing it. You will wiggle it a little bit, just try and, as word of the day is actually, try and retard it. It doesn't do it. Ten seconds. It's a hard one today.
3, 2, 1. Change exercise.
Right, so we're going to be staying down here or standing up, and we're going to do the dog leg. But because we just used one leg,
3,
start on the
2,
other leg. So we're going to keep the
1.
leg out, so bring
Exercise
it up
10.
and down again, up and down again. We'll do that for 27 seconds. If you get tired in the meantime, do 5 and then go to the other side. So the way of doing it. And change sides. If you're changing sides. If you're doing it in 5s, do it in 5s. I'm going to do another 5 on this side because then I equal it out. Try and keep that leg up at all times.
3, 2, 1. Water break.
Water break for a minute. How's it feel? I'm going to see if I can try and get the chat on. Can't see anything. Oh, there we go, the chat's in a different area. Why have they moved it? Right, well, I'm going to move my camera so it's closer. Sorry, I'm going to... Ah, everything's going pear-shaped. Right, just some washing up there. Right, we're ready for the wide, wide, narrow, narrow.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 1.
Right. Wide, wide, narrow, narrow. sorry, there's some chats, I'll have a quick look. Yes! Excellent, yes! Oh, flipping heck! Oh, I'm really hating Facebook at the moment. Five, three, two, one. Right, we're going to go to reverse and forward lunges. So remember, people with the bad knees, just do the reverse lunge.
2, 1.
And let's go.
Exercise 2.
I'm just going to quickly see if I can try and get the chat on, sorry, properly, because it's annoying me now. I do believe. No. I can't do it quickly, sorry. I'll have to get it ready for next time. I'll play around with it later. Changing legs in 3, 2, 1, and change. So this motion is quite easy actually, even if you've got bad knees. It's because you're not actually thrusting too much. It's quite nice controlled. It helps people to walk again, because you do have to walk forward.
3,
but being able to actually control it will actually help the muscles. Right, squatted side steps. So I'm going to get over here in my text,
2,
squat down,
1.
and walk sideways.
3.
Don't need much room, 8 feet maximum. Even if you're only going from, even if you're only going side to side. Well, that's more like the first exercise. This way, at least, what you do is you're actually using your weight to actually shift you from foot to foot. While the other one, your bottom tends to stay quite in the same position. There you go. Have you hugged a fridge today? I have.
3, 2, 1.
Right, front adduction. So people who are actually wanting to do standing up ones, remember standing up versions. I need to get down quickly.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 4.
And, sorry, adduct, not abduction. I haven't got it the right way around. I can't remember which way I wrote it. My notes up there. I really cannot see my camera now. I've blocked it even more. Oh, I think it's 25. I've made a right big zero of this today. Sorry about that, everybody. Keep it bouncing. I don't mind if you actually put your foot down, have a breath, go back to it. It is
2,
very intense
1.
today.
Change exercise.
Right, we do the abduction this time. Make sure I've got it the right way around.
3, 2, 1.
Yes,
Exercise 5.
Abduction, out. So you can see you can do leg exercises without any weights whatsoever, and they can be very, very effective. Working smart, that's what you need to do. This is the point where you actually think, oh, look at it, I've got a crack in the wall, or I need to paint. So just hold those impulses and just concentrate on the exercise. Can you tell me what time it is? Oh, 3,
3,
2,
1. Change exercise.
Brilliant. I'm going to go around to the other side now. I can actually see the clock actually on this side.
3.
So get your knee on that buffet or
Exercise
stool.
6.
I can see it perfect on this side. That's it, nice little bouncing. It's not like a proper bounce where you just let it bounce itself. You are trying to actually stop the momentum yourself. That's why I'd try not to let the foot hit the floor, because that basically you're not trying to stop the momentum. And you're actually not using the inner part of your thigh as much. Ten seconds.
3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Change exercise.
Get rid of the step. Go to abduction.
3,
Nice straight
2,
line.
1.
No
Exercise
kinking, no
7.
sticking your bottom out. 'Cause that shows actually, if you're sticking your bottom out, you've got a weak back. So this is quite good for your pelvic floor as well, especially if you keep your tummy tight at the same time as you're doing it. You'll get a nice bootylicious bottom. Sounds rather rude that, sorry. "20 seconds. 15. Whoa! Quick breather. Up. I'm feeling it at you. We've got one more round left yet.
3,
2,
1.
1.
Change
Oh,
exercise.
right. Rainbows. I'm going to do it this way around this time. Remember to stick your foot out at 45-degree angles and hit a rainbow.
1. Exercise 8.
Try and go more for technique in this. Try and keep that leg straight as possible. Don't have to do it fast. As you can tell, doing it slow is probably actually worse. It's actually more stressful on the muscle. Try and be diplomatic there. How are you doing? 15 seconds. Do a lot of stretches on the old glutes, I think, later on.
3,
2,
1.
1.
Change
Brilliant.
exercise.
Stand up, just give it a rub. Get back down again. Get into
3,
position.
2, 1.
I'm
Exercise
painting a
9.
rainbow. Can you feel your abdominals tightening slightly? Especially with doing this, you should feel it slightly running up the sides. Yes, 55 seconds could be an awful long time. I think we'll go back to 40 for Wednesday, don't you? Unless you want more pain, intensity. So you never trust a personal trainer who says, let's up the intensity, it just needs more pain. 3, 2, 1. Excellent, dog leg.
Change exercise.
So change over, stand up again. Just get the feeling back in those hips. Let's get down.
3.
I'm going to start now
2,
with the pink leg, the
1.
dog leg.
Exercise 10.
I'm going to go to 5s. Which also means I don't chatter as much. The only problem with this way is if you've got bad knees, it actually does put more strain on your knees. I think last 5 here.
3, 2, 1. Water break.
Excellent. How are you doing? I'm amazed I actually got up then. Oh, that's better. Right, I can see chat better now, but it's not perfect. Right! Oh! Yes, for rheumatoid arthritis, my wife even made me these really nice big socks, which go to my knees, so good for warmth. Bed socks. Keep yourself warm at night for rheumatoid arthritis. Bed socks are a must. And I would say basically, fingerless, get some of those white gloves.
3, 2,
Alright, wide narrow now.
Exercise 1.
Get those white gloves that people use for polishing. Cut the tips off and use those. I used to use those for doing artwork in a very cold studio. Work's a treat, and because they're so thin, they don't feel as bad as or as thick as woolen gloves, but they still keep you warm. Where's the music gone? Oh, don't say it. Keep on going. Why is the music gone? Oh no. My pad's run out of power. Sorry about that. No music.
3, 2, 1. Change exercise.
Right, yeah, sorry. No music now. Sorry about that, everybody. Yes, it's one of those days, I think.
3, 2.
Reverse lunge
Exercise
to
2.
forward lunge. Strange, that pad's been acting up. All my other pads are acting up. It's almost as though they've flipped all the switches for obsolescence immediately. I'm changing feet in 3, 2, 1, and change. How about we make our own music? La di da 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 dee 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 dee. There we go. Got music in your own heart. Sing it out. 10 seconds. Seems oddly quiet. Not with me around. 3,
3,
2,
1.
1.
Change
Right.
exercise.
Squatted side steps.
3, 2, 1.
Ready? Let's go.
Exercise 3.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. There you go, come on, sing along. And on that farm he had a crab. That's what we're acting like. "25 seconds. "10 seconds. Almost there, then to the ground. You'll be thanking for that, won't you?
3, 2,
2, 1.
Change
Excellent, right.
exercise.
Adduction.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 4.
This is where I kind of give you a little hint. If the changeover for an exercise is really quick, take your time. That's it, come and bounce that leg. In relative terms. Anyone got anything interesting planned for the day? Huh. Good. Enjoy it. Especially, my goodness, there's no clouds in the sky. "12 seconds left." You can hear a pin drop now. You know, I did actually charge that pad up full.
3,
I think the battery's
2, 1. Change
Right.
exercise.
Stool away. Let's do abduction.
3, 2, 1. Exercise
And
5.
up and down. Maybe I should have called this one the one with the technical issues. And the pain. 30 seconds. One thing you will notice when you actually get tired is your foot might come in or it might go out. Just be aware of that. It's actually your muscles are actually getting tired and the stronger muscles are taking over. So try and retard that, even if you have to slow it down. That's another good reason of actually doing this long session and really trying to get your muscles to
3,
fatigue,
2,
because then you can
1.
find out which ones are your
Change
weakest muscles.
exercise.
Right, we're going to go to the other side for adduction.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 6.
So in this one, what you'll find is you might lean back, and that's because the inside of your leg is getting tired. You're trying to get your hip at the front to take over. Doesn't work very well, but your body thinks it will. There you go, doing nicely. See, if you tied a paintbrush onto your foot, you could be painting at the moment, especially the rainbows. Get a nice even coat.
3, 2, 1. Change exercise.
Excellent. Right, we're going to do abductions. Again with this one,
3,
if your foot turns
2,
in,
1.
it's probably because you've got a
Exercise 7.
stronger glute. If it goes out, you've got a stronger front part of your hip rather than your actual glute itself. If you bend your leg, that's because your hamstrings are getting overly tired. If you're sticking your bottom out, that's because your back's getting tired. If you're leaning backwards, that's because your abs are getting tired. All these things you've got to look out for. And I'm just trying to fill the gap because there's no music. I'm rubbish at it, aren't I? What time are we on? 7 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1.
Change exercise.
Rainbows.
3, 2, 1. Exercise
Paint
8.
that rainbow, nice and easy. Again with this one, if you wiggle your bottom too much, it's because your abs may be getting a bit tired to actually restrict the hips a little bit. If your foot's going down, because your glutes getting tired and your hamstrings are getting tired, especially if your foot starts bending, your hamstrings are definitely tired. And again, you can have rotation of your foot going out when you go outwards and across that way. That's actually the hamstrings as well on that. Trouble is taking all that on that one, and the next one is going to be rather quiet. Unless I find something else to talk about, like I should clean these mats. No, I've done that now, I've got nothing else to speak about.
3,
2,
1.
1. Let's
Change
change.
exercise.
Oops, I almost started then.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 9.
But you can hear my toe hitting the floor. It's like a metronome. Using the metronome for these type of exercises is actually quite a good way of actually really working your muscles evenly all the way through an exercise. It encourages you to actually not slow down when you get tired. But it is hard. Just don't put it on 2/4 time because you'll be really going fast. You might even lift off the ground. 5,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Right, I'm going to
Change
start again on the
exercise.
pink one, but this time we're going to do 27 seconds on one side, 27 seconds on the other side.
3, 2, 1.
And I'm going to regret saying
Exercise
that
10.
now. "37 seconds. I feel like a speaking clock now. Try and keep that knee nice and high. Try and go to your elbow if possible. And change sides. Almost there. 12 seconds left.
3,
2,
2, 1.
1.
Cool down.
Brilliant. Right. Let's get a bit of feeling in. Give your bottom a little bit of a slap and just a rub round just to get the feeling back in there. And we're going to sit down. And what we're going to do is the legs nice and straight. Knees nice on the floor. We'll bend forward. Try not to bring those knees up. If you can, bring your toes towards you. And if the person doing the strimming outside can shut up for a second. Three, 2, 1. We're going to try another version. What we're going to do is we're going to put one leg under the other and we're going to lean over. So I've got one hand out to the back and then just lean over to the other one. You will be able to get a little bit further. There's a little bit of rotation in there, so we're actually working a little bit of the rotation part of the abdominals. 2, 1, and swap over. Excellent, go over now, we're going to put our feet together. Try and keep our feet together and get our knees down. If you find this very difficult to do, just sit with your legs out and just try and just lean over to one of them for 5 seconds and then lean over to the other one for 5 seconds and you'll get a decent enough stretch on the inner thigh. But because we've been working them very hard, we really do need to stretch them. The closer your feet are to your groin, the more it's going to be a stretch. So if you can just inch yourself forward. If you sat on your feet, my goodness, don't do that. As I can tell, I think this leg is a bit higher up, so this leg, the pink leg on mine, I'm a little bit tighter than on the green side. 2, 1, get your knees nice and easy, out. What we're going to do now, I'm just going to get the step, if you've got a step. If you haven't got a step, you don't really need one, but I find it more effective. Lunge bike, get down to lunge, and really push forward as far as you can. You will feel it really pull on the outside of your thigh, and also you'll feel it on the underside and the glutes. be careful you don't push the actual step over. Am I using my text? Just about. 3, 2, 1. Let's swap legs. Put that back there. So on this side, it pulls nice and easy, just over there. Over your bottom. Bottom. I'm going to say glutes, buttocks and bottom at the same time. In this family we call it church waging. Three, 2, 1. Excellent, good. Right, we'll do another one. Oh, you might need a little bit of hand for this one. We're going to go across the body and just lean over ever so slightly. So we've got a nice long across the body and we're just going to lean over. So we're just trying to pull slightly over that side and over the glutes. Nine, 10, and swap sides. So we're just going over like that. Oops. Three, 2, 1. Excellent. Right. I think that's it actually for today. You've done really well. We've got a good stretch. I feel alright. How about you?
2, 1.
Right. Well, thank you very much all for coming. I'm sure you'll all love me in a couple of days. So I'll hopefully see you all on Wednesday where I've actually got that pad sorted out. So the music will actually run all the way through and I'll hopefully got all the technical difficulties that they keep throwing at me. So thank you all for coming and thank you for participating. I'll see you all later. Take care for now. And just for those people who want to actually sponsor me in a 1 mile swim in Windermere, I still have my Just Giving page up, which is up now in front of us. If you want to give, please go to the website, which is labelled at the bottom, and give whatever you want. If you don't want to give, you're already given, please share, because that always helps. Thank you all, take care, God bless, and bye for now.